Hi folks, this is all the fruit. And what do you do when you suddenly get a giant greenhouse and you're into exotic fruits and veggies and plants and all kind of edible exotic things? Well, my friend Doro, she has some sort of NGO which is about holistic teaching, environmental teaching, healing. She's doing a lot of workshops and seminaries and things like that, and everything in this old nursery. And just like me, she's a freak for collecting rare and exotic edibles and sometimes also ornamentals. And we are wondering, after we got this incredible gem of a greenhouse, what we can plant here. Let me first show you for a little bit the outdoors area. So we are here in Germany, near the city of Heidelberg. We have a lot of different climates in Heidelberg. Here, the flatlands have a particular climate. The edge of the mountains have a particular climate. The flatlands where I'm standing have the hottest climate, but the mildest climate is along the mountain edges, and then the mountains have the harshest and coldest climate of all three. And then of course the fourth climate, you have the urban heat island in the city. Here we are outside the urban heat island. We are in the Hanschheimer Feld, which is the main fruit and veg producing area of the city of Heidelberg. And since the farms here are very small, a lot of the farmers are experimenting with exotic stuff. And Doro and her NGO, they managed to buy this old nursery. They have a couple small greenhouses, but this is like the most important piece, this big greenhouse. Here we replanted the banana just 2 weeks ago. Out here they have a lot of fruit trees which are still small, that's why you don't see most of them. A lot of veggies, some of them exotic. But yeah, there are thousands of gardens and dozens of farms here in Heidelberg. The interesting thing is this big greenhouse here. You can see that everything is still a little bit chaotic, everything is still in a process of formation. Well, she likes it chaotic, but she is achieving a lot of things even in this chaotic style. Here you can see she's growing a lot of plants. Mint, I'm sure most of those will get somewhere into the soil. Mint, currant, some grasses, gooseberries, sunflowers and so. Also here, well, nowadays internationally the American system of climate of plant hardiness zones has been adapted, although it doesn't fit exactly the European standards, but it's still a standardization. So traditionally this area of Germany around here was USDA hardiness zone 7B, which is what, something like minus 15. Let's check it. Okay, so Uncle Sam says USDA zone 7 is like minus 17 to minus 12 degrees, and that's in Celsius. I don't care what Uncle Sam says. We are gonna do the international units here for the US classification. So traditionally here we had kind of zone 7B, which would be like, let's say minus 15 degrees. Happen here from time to time, minus 15 degrees Celsius. I would say that now we are in zone 8A, which would be like minus 12, minus 11 degrees. You can transform this in freedom units yourself. Now the question is, how much does such a greenhouse add to this? How much warmer does it get it? I have contact with a couple other gardeners here, like farmers who are doing a lot of greenhouse farming, hobby gardeners who have been doing it for decades and are quite big specialists. Everybody is telling me different things. Some say basically an unheated greenhouse out here in the open field would get you a climate as mild as the urban climate in downtown Heidelberg. Others say no, it will get you a lot more. Oh, here by the way, sea buckthorn and some raspberries and the Disgusting, invasive Indian strawberry. Tastes like nothing and destroys the native strawberries, the native forest strawberries. So here we have the greenhouse. It has two parts. Each one is around 1,000 square meters. Yeah, transform this in freedom units. It's kind of big for a private greenhouse. For a commercial one, it's kind of on the small side, but for a private one, it's totally big. And she decided she wants to transform one of those 1,000 square meter parts into an area for less frost hardy plants. Yeah, you see here, there are a lot of veggies and herbs and shrubs and fruit trees growing around here. They still haven't planted the whole area, but a lot of it is planted. It's just that they are weeding more or less, less frequent than a professional gardener would usually do this. Here's some chistus. Here's some kohlrabi. Oh, and the kohlrabi dropping those aphids on the ground. Well, this greenhouse before had a heating unit with gas. But firstly we have Uncle Putin, so no more cheap gas for Germany. And secondly, they decided, since they are not doing commercial veggie production anymore, they don't need the expensive gas unit. What they still have is an automatic for the roof, so they can open and close the greenhouse. Also, experienced local gardeners told me ideas how to increase the climate efficiency of this greenhouse. Plant stuff around it, paint it white. This is to reduce the summer heat. Here, by the way, a carpenter bee, kind of a rare animal in Germany. Put rocks or water, especially black tubes filled with water, into the greenhouses. There are lots of different ideas. This spring, I bought them a couple less frost hardy things for the greenhouse, and they also bought a lot. They are still small, so we have to search for them. What did I get them? The banana we planted outside is just a Japanese fiber banana. But here, for example, I got them a Musa sikimensis, which is a Himalaya banana, which is supposed to be able to fruit in not so mild climates and produce edible fruits. I thought I had gotten them a Union banana, but that one hasn't arrived yet, so I have to check if I have really ordered it or not. And then I ordered a lot of seeds from the snow banana, which is Enzete maureli. Also, I want to get them Enzete ventricosum, and then if they manage to grow all this, they should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bananas here at least. Here a couple kiwiberries, and as I said, the NGO is mostly about teaching, so a lot of little rooms where people can sit around. Yeah, here I got them a bunch of passion fruits. I hope they will make fruits. Those are some which are Germany is a little bit too cold for most of them to grow and fruit outdoors, but we hope in the greenhouse it will be possible. They have a lot of yucca. Still haven't tried this thing. Maybe they will give me some later in the year. Fuchsia magellanica, which in good years produces edible fruits in Germany. Here is the other part of the greenhouse. Some cyperus. Here, I think this is exploding gourd growing here up on this stick. They have stuff like bay leaf and olive and the eucalyptus, which now you could grow outdoors already with climate change, but indoors they will grow better. The strawberry tree is going to be planted outside. Oh, they're still trying. They're still trying and even succeeding with this Lonicera, what is it, Lonicera kamchatica, black currant here. They have planted a lot of things inside the greenhouse which don't need to be inside the greenhouse, but they say those just ripen a couple weeks earlier than the stuff they plant outdoors. They've had raspberries for a couple weeks in a cold, wet spring. Outdoors they only start growing right now. Here the bay leaf, nice spice. Here the olive. Here an eucalyptus. Well, the eucalyptus is going to give them trouble. Chayote, and so on. I've also ordered them some strawberry guavas, some lemon guavas. Oh, look, goji berries. Well, that's really early, especially for such a cold year. Only one goji berry, but still, yeah, that's what such a garden does, such a greenhouse does to you. Here they have a couple more plots, different grasses, bamboo, china grass, and so on. But let's go back to the greenhouse. Remember, that's the important part. Here is another part of the banana we dug out and planted in different places. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The snails have basically destroyed those pumpkins and peppers. Yeah. I told her I will check how good. Oh, look at that. An avocado. Oh, why didn't they show me this avocado? So they planted an avocado here. Probably just a normal supermarket avocado seed. Right now we are talking about buying a Mexican avocado. But as you can see, it froze down to the ground. This is the growth from last year. And this is probably the growth from the year before. This one looks like it died a couple months ago. This one looks like it has been dead for over a year. But we get a small growth. So even a normal supermarket avocado seems to have at least survived here, at least the roots. Yeah, we are talking about getting different cacti, Mexican avocado. Got them a couple more things for the greenhouse. I already forgot what I got them because I want to get them more things. But now, about the stuff you can help me with. Firstly, I would ask you, how mild do you think, how much difference this greenhouse does? It was never conceptualized as a cold house, but as a heated greenhouse. Now it functions as a cold house, but not as efficient as one that has been built as a greenhouse. But how efficient it is? How many degrees difference will it make in winter? During long frost periods or just during cold nights and less cold days and so on. Then the second thing is, how can they make the greenhouse more efficient? Remember, their major idea is teaching and holistic lifestyle and stuff. They do a lot of work in the greenhouse, but it's not like they can, if you give me some ideas which will take them hundreds of hours, they'll probably not do it. Tell me what they can do to make the greenhouse more efficient, especially in extreme winter frost periods. And the third thing, maybe the most important one, what do you think they can grow here? I would say with the greenhouse this area is as mild as the mildest city areas in Germany or the mildest island areas in northern Germany, but of course it will have even hotter summers. Oh, and there was a little lizard here. And I'm getting a sore throat. So, I showed you a couple things and told you a couple things we are buying right now or they are planting right now. Or have planted. But they still have a lot of space. However, I'm afraid they're going to plant less interesting things here. So, folks, just tell me if you had like 1,000 or 2,000 here, by the way, paramelon. But I think they put this one indoors inside the house for the winter and it survived. So tell me, folks, what do you think they could plant here? What would survive in a greenhouse in 7B to 8A zone? How can I make the greenhouse more efficient? Also very important where to find some of those things, because a lot of the less hardy things are hard to find in Germany. Hit me with your ideas. I totally rely on you for that. Tell me your experiences with greenhouses, especially cold houses in colder climates. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from Doro's beautiful and incredibly plant-rich, and hopefully soon also incredibly fruit-rich greenhouse and nursery in Heidelberg. And if you want to see more such content, it's not enough to just subscribe to my channel, because YouTube kind of stopped recommending my videos even to most subscribers. Better press the little bell icon, then you have to be notified of all new uploads.